Hi mate, how you going? So we're going to be looking at a ridiculous drum kit from the 1980s. Like, drum history's so funny. Like, they started out like this, called trap sets. Yes, stood for contraption. They started looking normal, but then mate, in like the 80s, they just got gigantic. How many instruments do that? By the 90s, back to regular size, and they've never done that again. But mate, I'm standing in the warehouse side of where I film all my vids. Over there's where I do the drum stream. But there's an ominous door here, and I just want to quickly explain what's behind this door because it's the whole reason that I have a 1980s drum kit. I'm a drum historian. I'm nuts about it. I just want to preach and just share how hilariously fun the drums have always been and continue to be. In 21, mate, I got lucky with crypto. There was no skill in what I did. It was the same as gambling. And I got lucky. And I'd always been collecting vintage drums in the hopes of doing cool drum stuff. But mate, that just set me off. I realized I had a drum museum's worth of money. And I just got straight to work. For nearly 2 years working on this, mate. And behind this door, I'm so excited. It's almost done, by the way. The footage you're gonna see is from forever ago. I'm up to the decorating stage. The main thing I'm waiting on now is have my own website built so that I can actually like upload all the recordings and samples, all this historical stuff, and just let you download it for free. But yeah, it's footage from ages ago. Like, this is gonna be floor to ceiling stacked with drums. I'm working on massive things. Mate, welcome. This room has been the thing soaking up all of my free time for the last, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 months. Look at this place when I first got here. It was just concrete floors, steel walls. It was cold or boiling hot and full of dust. I mean, like, the whole point of like the walls and the flooring isn't just to be pretty or something. It's for acoustics, because it really did sound like the inside of a giant oil tanker in here. And doing it on the cheap, these are just bolts of fabric hung from the ceiling. See, oh look, you can still see the old mate underneath. This isn't real. This is just roll out plastic. It's not real. And it has a kitchen. Man, I love this warehouse. And I'm literally about to start properly putting shelving and all sorts together. I want this floor to ceiling with drums and snacks in the kitchen. And I looked at this and realized, oh gosh, this is my last chance to have this big empty room. And I did just get it out of its bags. So, oh, can you see why the 80s are so much fun? Look at the size of these. This is the middle tom, yeah, and it's the size of a floor tom. These are a set of Pearl GLXs, and in like the mid to late 80s, this was top of the top of the top. You know the GLXs because of these. They're like quick release ones for touring bands. Yes, it's something that's not for the drummer. It's for his supportive crew. This was a kit I was looking for. Like, finding a big epic 80s kit like this is not easy. And then the amazing story behind it is that the man who owned it was actually a custom drum builder. And this was his personal drum kit. This is how he flaunted how good of a drum builder he was, by gigging with this thing. This is actual gold. They're just dirty. They're meant to look like jewelry, all of these. But unfortunately, he passed away, and so I bought it off of his widow. You know, she had it all in boxes and been looking after it all this time, and then along came me, and I had to have it. The main thing she wanted to know was that it was going to a good home, and basically living in a private drum museum. Like this guy is gonna go in this cubby here. Like, I've just put that table there for now, but this guy is gonna live in that cubby. Oh, it looks even better from this angle, man. So this kit came with all of these stands, and these are period correct. These are 80s Pearl stands. They're perfect. This rack's a little bit new, but you know. Original D-Dub pedals, look at that. Made in USA. So I'm trying to do this really, really pure. Like, even this stool is period correct. And like, all the cymbals this kit came with are a lot newer ones. They're still useful, I've got them tucked away. But I hunted down these Peisty Rudes, and these are OG 1980s ones. Look at this, a Gen 1 Rude. It just says, right! And 2002s as well, just cause, yeah, this is where hard rock cymbals were at, was Peisties. It didn't come with a snare drum, but I tracked down this stunning Japanese-made copper shell Pearl drum. We put OptiMounts on it at one point because, like, yeah, this is how drums were normally mounted. They just stick a hole straight through it. And so, yeah, this guy really used this a lot. I'm probably gonna take the OptiMounts off and go back old school And then it's like, awesome, I got free Opti mounts. They don't make them this big anymore. I mean, you can still get them this big, but people just aren't doing it. Gosh, I love 18-inch floor toms. So, big thanks to Helen for looking after these always. She knew that they were super, super special, and they absolutely are. You know, Pearl GLXs, they are so rare.